are through 5 events now, and the frontrunners and competitors for this championship making their way clear in the 2021 Marble Champions League. Glad to have you here again on Marble Fubeca. I'm Keanu Bitterzuki as we get ready for event number 6 of our series. We're going to look at our championship standings on your screen. The Steel Brothers have moved into first place despite not winning. 2 silvers have gotten them to 56 points. 2 bronzes for the Vikings. They're just 3 points behind. Interesting note, but the Flush and the Janitors are the first 2 teams that have a first place win, but they sit 4 points behind our current leaders. So getting a win in an event not necessarily going to guarantee that you're going to have success overall in these championship standings, and ultimately that's what you're looking for as you are looking at the screen and you see the course for today's event. The teams are ready, the fans are ready. Are you ready? This is event number 6 of the 2021 Marble Champions League. This is Marble Tennis. As you have a look at our bracket for today's event, as you know, A, B, C, and D groupings, top 2 will advance. You see the groups for today's specific event. As we have a look at our tennis court, going to look to score the most points that you can. You have to get through this large structure here. Coming directly out of a funnel early on. Here's Group A. It's Oris 1, the Sphery Spiders, the Speedy Hunters, and the Blue Jackets, and they are off. First through looks like it's Oris 1 and then the Sphery Spiders, and the other 2 having a hard time getting through that funnel as the first 2 are through, down onto the course. A 4 and a 3 for the Oris 1 and the Sphery Spiders. Here come the Blue Jackets and the Speedy Hunters, see what they can muster up. And doesn't look like either is going to score. They will not. The Blue Jackets and the Sphery Spiders, the Blue Jackets and the Speedy Hunters eliminated. A 4 for Oris 1 and a 3 for the Sphery Spiders. Scoring early ends up being enough as they advance into our first semifinal. Wow, look at that, some contact there with that net, which could have caused a real issue for the Sphery Spiders, but they're able to get over and have a clear run. 4 and 3, the 2 opening scores. That's the best you can do. 4 and 3, not too shabby either. So Oris 1 and the Sphery Spiders, they are through to the first semifinal. As we have a look at Group B in today's event, and they are the Steel Brothers, the Savage Jackal, the Lynx Ruffish, and Flush. First one down, looks like it's the Savage Jackal and then the Lynx Ruffish. Steel Brothers and Flush with a slow run early on. Savage Jackal, can they score? They do, they put up 3. There is 2, and I think another 3 for the Steel Brothers. Hard to see where they came out. They do pick up 3, and a 3 as well for the Lynx, or for the Flush, but they, due to their time, are going to be eliminated. So 3 3s and a 2. The Savage Jackal and the championship leader, the Steel Brothers, able to advance from this first grouping. You can see there is the first 3, and it was a pretty significant run, almost over 2 full seconds in between the first and second finishers. That was actually the Lynx Ruffish who were the second fastest, and then the Steel Brothers just behind them, followed by the Flush, who picked up 3 points, but not enough because of their difficult time getting down the court. So it's a speed, both a combination of speed and of point scoring potentially. So the Savage Jackal and the Steel Brothers, they are through into semifinal A. Now let's meet the Group C competitors. It's the Trojans, the Archangels, the Onyx, and the Vikings. Vikings, as we mentioned, they are the second running team, but they're having a hard time getting through that funnel, as is Onyx. Here come the Trojans and the Archangels, and 3 for the Trojans. The Archangels are not going to score. That's going to open up the door for the Onyx and for the Vikings. That's 3 for the Onyx. You're going to need a 4 out of the Vikings. They put up just 2. And the Vikings going home with a slow run and not able to score enough. The Trojans picked up 3. Onyx gets it done with 3 points as well. After the door was opened by the Archangels failing to score, they never really made contact with any of the openings there. Maybe right there, may have made some contact with the opening of the 2. That wouldn't have been enough anyway. And the Vikings very nearly didn't score, but even with the score that they did get, not enough. They needed a 4 because of their time in order to advance. They can't get it done. The Trojans and the Onyx are into the second semifinal. As we meet our final group today, it's the Snow Wolves, Tatu Bola, Swiftblade, and the Janitors. The Janitors come out first. They're in the lead, followed by Tatu Bola, then Swiftblade and the Snow Wolves. Here come the Janitors. What can they put up? Oh, there's a block ball, and they're both going to score 3. Going to need a 4. They're going to get a 4 from Swiftblade. Here come the Snow Wolves. If they can score 4, they will advance. Otherwise, it's over, and they put up 3. And so the Janitors are going to advance based on timing. Excuse me. They're going to rule Tatu Bola out of this competition. Oh yeah, if you hit the net there, you're eliminated. You're disqualified. And so Tatu Bola, despite putting up 3 points, they do not advance. Swiftblade, I don't think they wouldn't have advanced anyway because the Janitors were down before they were. But Swiftblade, you'll see the 4 points for them. Oh man, they made some contact there as well before they put up the 4 points. And so they advance. The Janitors advance as well, and the Snow Wolves put up 3, but they had to have 4 because, again, a slow run really puts you in a bind there of what you can do. You have to have high scores, or you at least have to better the score of whoever you're going up head-to-head with. You can't tie because that does not go your way. And so through the Janitors, as we move into the semifinal here, Savage Jackal, Steel Brothers, Oris 1, Sphery Spiders, 2 spots in the finale on the line, and the first one through is going to be Oris 1, followed by the Savage Jackal. And the other 2 still struggling to get through. We've seen that happen quite a bit. First one down is Oris 1. They put up 3. Here comes 3 more for the Savage Jackal. They have set the stage as the other 2 make their way down. Looks like a problem for the Steel Brothers. They're not going to get anything. Here's a 2 for the Sphery Spiders. They will not do enough. And the championship leaders eliminated here in the semifinal as they got blocked by the Sphery Spiders. They failed to make it down the large course and onto the court. And so the Steel Brothers eliminated, and that will cost them by way of how many points they're going to earn because they didn't score anything, which is likely going to be a last place finish out of this grouping. And 3 was enough for both Oris 1 and the Savage Jackal to get it done. 2 would have been enough, in fact. All they had to do was score ultimately because of the slow run by the Sphery Spiders and a lack of score in general by the Steel Brothers. And here's a look at the replay where that happened. Oh, just a denial by the Sphery Spiders as they came down at the exact same time. But clearly the Sphery Spiders were carrying more momentum at that point. Blocked the Steel Brothers from having a chance to score, eliminates them. Ultimately, they're eliminated as well because they didn't score enough. They needed 4 points in order to advance. And so, Oris 1 and the Savage Jackal advancing into our finale. The Trojans, Onyx, Swiftblade, the Janitors all now looking for those final 2 spots. Let's see if the Janitors can come back. Who's going to get down first? It's the Trojans, then Onyx, followed by Swiftblade, and the Janitors in a precarious position. First one down is going to be the Trojans. What do they put up by score? That is 4 for the Trojans. And now another 4 and a 3. And the Janitors, although they're going to run this one out, they have no chance to win as 2 competitors score 4. They won't score at all. And so the Trojans and Onyx advance. Swiftblade puts up 3, but it's still not enough. After a couple of 4s, our first time with multiple teams scoring 4 in a single round. As you have a look at the replay, I mean, that's about as well as possible to get it done for the Trojans. And a couple of ricochets there helped out Onyx as they score 4 more points. And by the time the Janitors hit the course there, they really had no chance. They quite literally had no chance. Couldn't have gotten it done with 2 teams scoring 4 ahead of them. They ultimately don't score at all, which will hurt their chances in terms of where they're going to finish in this overall event standing. Into the final, the Trojans and the Onyx, and we have the finale set. Speed and scoring ability is going to come into play here. Trojans, Onyx, Oris 1, Savage Jackal. Let's do it. First one down are the Trojans. They've had a lot of success this season, and they are dominating this course right now, but they still have to score. Here they are onto the course. They're going to put up 4, and that's going to do it. Another 4 for Oris 1 will give them second place. The Trojans win it. Here come the last 2. It's a 3 and nothing for the Savage Jackal as they will finish in last. You can give the gold to the Trojans, silver to the Onyx. Oris 1 picks up a bronze. As we have a look at the replay, and it was just an easy, quick one for the Trojans. They got through that funnel, as you can see, gaining that inside run. Looked like they actually may have hit something that may have helped them along the way there. They got down way before anybody else. A little bit of a swirl around effect for Oris 1, and they were already a couple of rungs below by the time that they had gotten through the funnel, and all the Trojans had to do was execute on the scoring, and you cannot execute better than that. 2 ricochets right into the 4-hole, and that's exactly what you needed to do. Not a bad job at all by Oris 1, as they rolled their way into a 4 and a guaranteed second place. And then at that point, it was all about who's going to pick up third place, and it was 3 points for Onyx. They got it done. No scoring from the Savage Jackal. They got really close to a 3, really close to a 2. Either way, they wouldn't have won it after the tiebreaker with the scoring going toward who was the fastest down. They had no chance to take that third place once somebody else had found the hole first. Here are the results overall from today's event. The Trojans take first, second place to Oris 1. Onyx takes third, Savage Jackal fourth, and Swiftblade picks up fifth there based on the way that they scored from the semifinal rounds. And our overall championship standings now, after 6 events, has the Trojans in the lead. They pick up their first goal. It's back and forth about as much as possible. It is, however, a 6-point lead over Oris 1, the Steel Brothers in third, Savage Jackal fourth, and the Janitors run in fifth, ahead of Flush, who are in sixth, as those overall standings may be spreading out a little bit now. A 7-point lead, about as big as we've seen from anybody in this event, really at any point in time in this championship series. A 7-point advantage now for the Trojans. As I said, they got a lot of success this season, and finally they capitalize on it and take home a gold. Third place and a bronze goes to the Onyx. After that, they picked up 53 points. Second place in silver goes to Oris 1. They're at 65 points. But today, they all aspire to be the Trojans, a gold, and they take over first place in the championship standings. Can't get much better than that for the Trojans. We will see if they can continue that, or will we continue a streak of new leaders after the next event. All we know is that through 6, it's anybody's game, but it's the Trojans' game to lose. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Keanu Bitterzicki, and this has been a presentation of Marble Fubeca.